We really got to find someone who would be willing to do that for our local veterans. Maybe it's already happening and I just don't know about it.
I've seen it done before, maybe not here, but we definitely got to get that going. We got to reach out to somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. Love seeing people helping out our veterans for sure. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Again, it's been a pretty boring week weather-wise. I feel like I've said the same thing 5 days in a row now. It was warm. We had a couple of showers. That's about it. Same thing today, 94 out there. Started off at 69. And again, we did see a couple of showers out there. And remember, again, I want to point this out. I haven't said there would be no rain. I've said low rain chances through the weekend, better rain chances next week. Again, I just want to point that out there for posterity's sake. Upper 70s there west of I-35, basically right around the 80s from the I-35 corridor down towards the Brazos Valley. So again, holding on to a little bit more warmth. Of course, we have a little bit more humidity in the air there in parts of the Brazos Valley. So that's what we're looking at right now. And again, we'll start to fall. We've got a little bit of cloud cover acting as a blanket, at least through the first half of the overnight. But then as we get closer and closer to tomorrow morning, we are expecting this cloud cover to kind of move out. And with that in mind, we'll see things fall back to where they have been the last few days, upper 60s, lower 70s. Let's take a look at what that looks like. So again, you see the cloud cover out there in the 10 o'clock hour. By the time we get to about 3, 4 a.m., it's gone. And by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon, that's when we start talking about our next potential rain chance. Again, it's going to look like it has the last few days. They're going to move in from the north. That's a little bit different than it has been the last few days. But with that in mind, again, we've had limited coverage. We've had isolated, scattered, spotty, stray showers, whatever adjective you want to use. That's what we've had the last few days, and that's kind of what we're expecting again tomorrow. It should be pretty spotty or isolated. Put this in motion. Again, a lot going on Friday evenings, including those football games. But notice by the time we get to about 5 or 6 o'clock, we're already starting to watch everything fall apart. That's similar to what we saw today. So by the time we get to kickoff, we are looking at mostly clear skies, it looks like. Maybe a remaining shower across the area, but again, it's not going to be much. I would not let this impact any of your Friday Night Lights plans. I would not let it impact them at all. Again, maybe take the umbrella, have it in the car just in case you catch one of those remaining showers. But by most of our kickoffs, I think we're dry as we head through your Friday evening. Speaking of kickoff, here is our Game of the Week forecast. Remember, we got Little River Academy going to Salado to take on the Eagles there. Bumblebees and Eagles taking on each other from Eagle Stadium there at 7:30 on Friday evening. And again, by the time you get there, it's going to be very near 90 degrees still, so a warm kickoff, falling through the 80s into the upper 70s as the game goes on. And as you're heading home, again, there's those upper 70s. And remember, that 20% chance, that applies to the time just before kickoff. As we head through the rest of the game, things will dry out for us across Central Texas. Here's what we're looking at for Saturday. Again, same thing, 90s, couple of showers here or there, stray showers, especially down in the Brazos Valley. Again, the coverage is just not going to be great on Saturday either. So when do we get to talk about better rain chances? Well, that's going to be as we head towards the end of the weekend and into next week. We're watching our next upper level system that's going to move through, and as it does so, could bring us a pretty decent shot at some rain here as we head especially into Tuesday. So we're looking kind of that Monday through Wednesday time frame, with Tuesday kind of being the winner in terms of the best rain chances for next week. Not looking at a lot of rain here at all. We're looking at maybe 1/100th to 1/10 of an inch through the weekend, and as we head through the early parts of next week, we'll see some of those totals jump up to about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch. But again, we're not looking at much here over the next several days, but a little bit of rain goes a long way this time of year because, again, we haven't seen much in the last 2 weeks, so we'd love to see a couple of these chances come to fruition for sure. But again, there is that best chance for rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Same time, as that front comes through, we could see temperatures fall into the 80s, at least briefly, for a couple of days next week. So we'll keep an eye on that, of course, as it gets closer and closer. Remember to keep up with your forecast on your own time. You don't have to wait for us. You can download the 6 Plus app. It's free. It's on your smart TV.